When the power goes out in winter, the temperature inside your home can drop faster than most people expect. And once the house is cold-soaked, getting warm again takes a lot more effort and a lot more fuel. In this video, we're going through 50 heating sources and heat-saving options that don't rely on electricity. Everything from no-fuel strategies you can use immediately to real heat producers you can stockpile for emergencies. Quick safety note: anything that burns fuel indoors has to be used exactly as the manufacturer recommends, with fresh air and a working carbon monoxide alarm. No shortcuts, no guesswork. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1. Your body heat and smart layering. If the power goes out, the fastest heater you have is already running: you. The goal is to stop your heat from leaking away. Dress like you're stepping outside for a while, even if you're indoors. A simple system works best: a base layer that stays dry, a middle layer that traps warm air, and an outer layer that blocks drafts. The biggest mistake is dressing cozy, but not functional like cotton pajamas that feel nice until you get even a little sweaty. Then you chill fast. Keep it boring and practical: dry, layered, and draft-proof. Number 2. Stay dry or you'll stay cold. In outages, people often do small chores: carry water, cook, clean up, and end up damp without realizing it. Damp clothes turn into a heat drain. A low-tech heating move is having a dry change ready: socks, base layer, and a warm top that you only wear when you're resting or sleeping. It's not exciting, but it's a real comfort upgrade because your body doesn't have to fight moisture all night. Number 3. Head and neck insulation. A warm hat, beanie, or hood makes a noticeable difference fast. Add a scarf or neck gaiter, and it's even better because the neck is a spot where you lose heat and also feel drafts. If the house is cold, don't wait until you're freezing. Put head and neck insulation on early, the same way you do outdoors. It helps you stay comfortable using less fuel from every other heat source. Number 4. Feet first warmth. Cold floors steal heat like a sponge. Thick socks, insulated slippers, and something between your feet and the floor can change the whole vibe of a room. If you're walking around in thin socks on tile or hardwood, you're basically letting the house pull heat out of you. A simple move is sleep socks that stay clean and dry, so bedtime is instantly warmer. Number 5. Mittens and indoor gloves. When your hands get cold, everything gets harder: opening containers, handling matches, pouring water, even texting. Gloves feel weird indoors until you actually need them. Fingerless gloves are popular because you keep dexterity while protecting your hands. It sounds small, but it reduces mistakes, and mistakes in a blackout can turn into broken gear or accidents. Number 6. Sleeping bags as personal heaters. A good cold-rated sleeping bag turns a freezing room into something you can handle. It doesn't heat the air, it heats you, which is usually what matters most. If you're building an emergency setup, think 1 bag per person, instead of 1 bag for the whole house. You don't want anyone stuck trying to sleep with a pile of random blankets, while someone else gets the only real insulation. Number 7. Emergency bivy sacks and thermal liners. A bivy sack or thermal sleeping bag liner is a compact way to keep heat close to your body. People use them for camping, but they're also great in a cold house because they reduce the amount of warm air you lose when you shift around at night. The key idea is simple: the smaller the warm air pocket around you, the easier it is to stay warm. Number 8. Wool blankets that actually work. Wool is old school for a reason. It holds warmth well and stays insulating even if it's slightly damp. If you've ever used a scratchy wool blanket and thought, "Why does anyone like this?" the answer is because it still performs when conditions aren't perfect. In an outage, comfortable matters, but works every time matters more. Number 9. Layered quilts and comforters for loft. Warmth is about trapped air. 2 medium blankets that stay fluffy can beat 1 heavy blanket that gets compressed. Instead of flattening everything on top of you, build layers that keep loft. If you want a quick boost, put the fluffiest layer on top so it stays expanded. Number 10. Mylar emergency blankets for heat reflection. Mylar blankets don't create heat, they reflect radiant heat back. Used right, they help a lot. Used wrong, they feel clammy and annoying. The practical way is to combine Mylar with normal blankets or a sleeping bag and leave a little airspace so moisture can move. If you seal yourself up tight and sweat, you'll feel warmer for a moment, then colder later. Think reflect and protect, not wrap like plastic. Number 11. Reflective blankets as room tools. Mylar isn't only for wrapping your body. It can also reflect heat back toward you if you hang it behind where you sit or sleep, like making a heat mirror. It's the same idea as standing near a wall on a windy day instead of standing out in the open. Just keep it away from open flames and anything that gets hot, because lightweight reflective materials can be a hazard around fire. Number 12. Insulated floor pads and camping mats. People obsess over what goes on top of them and forget what's under them. If you're on a cold mattress or a cold couch, heat drains down. Foam camping pads, sleeping mats, or even thick folded blankets under your body reduce heat loss fast. This is one of those changes you notice immediately. Number 13. Rugs and soft flooring. If your warm zone has bare floors, throw down rugs, spare carpet pieces, or even thick blankets. You're not just decorating, you're blocking heat loss. It also makes the space feel less harsh, which matters when you're spending a lot of hours in one room during a long outage. Number 14. Draft stoppers and door snakes. A towel at the bottom of a door can stop that steady stream of cold air you feel at ankle level. Draft snakes' fabric tubes filled with rice, sand, or scrap cloth work even better because they stay put. In a blackout, stopping drafts is basically free heat because it reduces how hard your body has to work to stay warm. Number 15. Plastic window film and simple air gaps. Windows are one of the biggest heat leaks. A clear film kit creates an air gap that cuts drafts and slows heat loss. If you've never done it, the surprising part is how much less cold air movement you feel afterward. It's not glamorous, but it's one of the best budget prep upgrades for winter. Number 16. Heavy curtains and thermal drapes. When it's cold, treat curtains like insulation. Close them early before the room drops in temperature, and you'll keep more warmth inside. During the day, if you're getting sun through certain windows, open those for solar gain and keep the rest covered. Curtains are like a manual control system for heat loss. Number 17. Temporary window covers. If you have a dedicated warm room, temporary covers can help a lot. Thick blankets, moving blankets, or insulated panels cut heat loss through glass. The idea is not complicated. Glass loses heat quickly compared to a wall. Just keep anything fabric well away from flames or hot surfaces. Number 18. One-room warm zone living. Trying to keep a whole house warm without electricity usually turns into wasted fuel and frustration. A smarter move is picking one room and committing to it. Close doors, block drafts, cover windows, and bring in what you need. This turns your heating plan from impossible into manageable because smaller space needs less heat. Number 19. Blanket tents and indoor forts. A blanket tent works because it shrinks the air you're trying to keep warm. It's the same reason camping tents feel warmer than the open outdoors. Put it over a bed or couch, keep it breathable, and you'll notice your body heat builds up inside. This is especially useful at night when the house temperature drops the most. Number 20. Closet-size micro warm spots. If your home is really cold, even a small space like a walk-in closet can be easier to warm than a big room. People do this in extreme situations. They bring bedding, block drafts, and use body heat plus insulation to stay safe. It's not about comfort, it's about using physics when you're low on fuel options. Number 21. Passive solar heat through windows. On sunny winter days, sunlight is free heat. Open curtains on the sunny side of the home so sunlight hits floors and walls. Then close them before sunset to trap what you gained. It won't turn your place into a sauna, but it can lift the temperature enough to reduce how much real fuel you need later. Number 22. Thermal mass with water containers. Water stores heat well. If sunlight warms large containers during the day, they release that heat slowly as the room cools. You can use sturdy jugs or containers as simple thermal mass near sunny windows. It's gentle, steady warmth that doesn't require power, and it works best when you combine it with a warm zone and good insulation. Number 23. Dark surfaces to absorb sunlight. If you're using passive solar, dark surfaces absorb sunlight better than light ones. A dark blanket or dark mat placed where sunlight hits can warm up and then release heat back into the room. It's not magic, it's just absorbing more energy during the short daylight window. Number 24. Warm drinks as internal heat. A hot drink doesn't heat the whole room, but it warms you from the inside and improves comfort fast. Broth, tea, cocoa, whatever you'll actually drink. In cold conditions, people often drink less, which makes them feel worse. Warm fluids make it easier to stay hydrated and warm at the same time. Number 25. Warm meals and steady calories. Your body runs on fuel. In a cold house, you burn more calories just to stay warm. Warm, filling foods make a real difference in comfort and stamina. Think simple meals that are easy to cook and eat. Soups, oats, rice, beans, shelf-stable proteins. It's not just survival food, it's warmth support. Number 26. Insulated thermoses and heat storage. A good thermos is a heat battery. If you can heat water once, you can keep it hot for hours and refill hot water bottles, or make more warm drinks without constantly running a stove. This is a quiet way to stretch whatever non-electric cooking heat you have. Number 27. Hot water bottles for targeted warmth. Hot water bottles are one of the most practical, no-electric comfort tools. You're not trying to warm the whole airspace. You're warming your feet, your lap, or your core under blankets. Use a cover so it's comfortable, and treat it like slow warmth that lasts through the hardest part of the night. Number 28. DIY warm packs that reheat. Reusable warm packs like fabric, rice socks, or purpose-made heat packs can be reheated with non-electric cooking heat. They're great for hands and feet, and they're especially useful for people who get cold easily. The advantage is repeat use. You can cycle them over and over without needing new packs every time. Number 29. Chemical hand warmers. Air-activated hand warmers are simple and reliable. They're great for pockets, gloves, boots, or inside a sleeping bag near your feet. Keep them as a backup layer of comfort, especially helpful during the first night of an outage when the house is still cooling down and everyone is adjusting. Number 30. Light movement to generate heat. If you're sitting still in a cold house, you'll cool down fast. A few minutes of gentle movement warms you up. The trick is not overdoing it, because sweat becomes your enemy later. Think easy movement that raises body heat without soaking your clothes. Number 31. Shared warmth and smart sleeping setups. When it's safe and comfortable for the household, sharing a warm zone and sleeping closer together can improve warmth because body heat adds up in a small space. Add the blanket tent idea, and it becomes even more effective. The main point is reducing how much warm air escapes and how much cold air you have to heat with your own body. Number 32. Wood stove heat for long outages. A properly installed wood stove can heat a home without electricity and can keep working for days as long as you have dry wood. It's a serious solution, not a last-minute hack. The real prep part is the setup. Safe installation, correct venting, and seasoned wood. Done right, it's one of the most dependable non-electric heating options. Number 33. Fireplace inserts that actually heat. An open fireplace looks cozy, but often loses heat up the chimney. A quality insert is designed to capture more heat and radiate it into the room. Even without fans, the radiant heat can make a warm zone comfortable. It's not only about flames, it's about efficiency and controlling where the heat goes. Number 34. Wood cookstove for heat plus food. A wood cookstove gives you two wins: warmth and cooking. In an outage, the ability to cook warm meals while also heating your space is a big deal. It's slower than a modern stove, but it's steady and doesn't depend on the grid. Number 35. Masonry heaters for slow, steady warmth. Masonry heaters store heat in stone or brick and release it gradually. They're built to heat with fewer, hotter burns, then provide warmth for hours afterward. This is more of a home design feature than a quick purchase, but in cold climates, it's a proven approach for long, quiet heat without electricity. Number 36. Rocket mass heaters as a planned system. Rocket mass heaters can be very efficient, but they require correct design and safe venting. This is not something to improvise during an emergency. If someone chooses this path, It's a learn it, build it properly, and practice kind of heating method. The advantage is using less fuel for more usable warmth when the system is built right. Number 37. Indoor rated propane radiant heaters. Propane heaters can provide strong room heat without electricity, but they come with real risks. The safe version is an indoor rated unit used exactly as directed, with proper ventilation and a working carbon monoxide alarm. This is adult responsibility territory. No shortcuts, no guessing, and no, we'll just see how it goes. The heat is great, but safety is non-negotiable. Number 38. Propane catalytic heaters. Catalytic heaters provide steady, radiant warmth and can be fuel efficient. They're popular in RV-style setups because the heat feels gentle and consistent. The same safety principle still applies. Anything that burns fuel indoors needs careful use, fresh air, and carbon monoxide protection. Think of it as a powerful tool, not a casual gadget. Number 39. Propane camp stoves for heat through cooking. A camp stove isn't meant to heat a house, but it's great for making hot food and hot water, which keeps people warm and functional. In a blackout, a warm meal can change everyone's mood and comfort level fast. Keep the focus on cooking and water heating, not using it as a space heater. Number 40. Canned heat for simple warming. Canned heat products are mainly used to keep food warm, but in an outage, they're a straightforward way to create warm drinks and hot water. The benefit is predictability. You know what it does, and you can plan around it. It's not a primary heater, it's a small, steady support tool. Number 41. Alcohol stoves for small-scale heat tasks. Alcohol stoves are lightweight and simple, mostly used for boiling water and cooking small meals. They can help you generate hot water for bottles and warm packs without electricity. Like any open flame, they require careful handling and ventilation, and they're best used for heat tasks like water and food, not for heating a whole room. Number 42. Solid fuel tablet stoves for emergency boiling. Solid fuel tablets can boil small amounts of water and heat simple meals. They're compact and store well, which is why people include them in emergency kits. The realistic role is quick hot water and quick calories, which helps your body stay warm in a cold environment. Number 43. Oil lamps as light, plus a little warmth. An oil lamp mainly gives light, but it also gives a small amount of heat. In a warm zone, every bit can help, especially when combined with insulation and reduced drafts. The key is treating it as an open flame. Stable placement, clear area, and common sense. Number 44. Candle lanterns for safer candle use. Candles aren't strong heaters, but they can add a small heat boost and provide light. A candle lantern is generally safer than an exposed candle because it shields the flame and reduces accidents. It's still a flame, so you keep it stable, away from anything that can burn, and never treat it like something you can forget about. Number 45. Simple heat reflectors behind small flames. If you're using a candle lantern or oil lamp, a non-flammable heat reflector behind it can push some warmth back toward where people are sitting. It's a small comfort trick, not a main heating plan. And it only makes sense when everything is stable, ventilated, and monitored. Number 46. Natural gas fireplaces that work without the grid. Some gas fireplaces can operate without household electricity depending on how they're designed. The practical move is checking your specific unit ahead of time and learning what it can do during an outage. If it's a reliable source, it can anchor a warm zone so everyone isn't trying to heat separate rooms. Number 47. Millivolt gas wall heaters. Certain wall heaters use systems that can operate without grid power. They can be very effective for keeping one area livable. As with any combustion heat, the focus is safe installation, proper operation, and carbon monoxide protection. If it's already in the home, it's worth understanding instead of assuming it'll work. Number 48. Kerosene heaters as high-output emergency heat. Kerosene heaters can produce strong heat for extended outages, but they require careful, responsible use. Fuel quality, ventilation, and carbon monoxide safety matter. This is one of those options where experience counts. People should understand their heater and safety requirements before relying on it in a real emergency. Number 49. Outdoor wood fires with wind control. Sometimes the safest big heat is outside. A controlled outdoor fire in a safe setup can provide warmth, a place to heat water, and a morale boost, especially if you can block wind with proper shelter and keep everyone dry. This is not an indoor solution, but in certain situations, it's a practical way to stay warm without electricity. Number 50. Heat storage with warmed stones or bricks. If you have a safe, controlled heat source like a stove or fireplace, dense objects like dry bricks or stones can absorb heat and release it slowly later. People have used this idea forever to warm bedding areas. The important part is keeping it practical and safe. The object must be completely dry, handled carefully, and placed so it can't burn fabric or be touched accidentally. Done responsibly, it's a simple way to carry warmth from where heat is made to where heat is needed.